Today I want to start with tenses. Okay, so can you tell me how many tenses are there in total? Who will tell me? What are tenses and what are tenses? Okay, why in the message you can speak, Ketan?
Past, future, present.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
सब पार्ट में
Mm-hmm.
simple, simple and continuous,
Mm-hmm.
and perfect,
Mm-hmm.
and three continuous.
No. Okay. A little mistake, but somewhere you are right. So in total, okay, we have three main tenses, which is present, past, and future. But when it comes to the time frame, okay, when it comes to the activity that you are doing, altogether we have a total of 12 types of tenses. So you have simple tense, you have continuous tense, you have perfect tense, and you have perfect continuous tense. Okay, so altogether we have 12 tenses. Let me now just share my screen and God, today I
Ma'am, are you speaking something?
मैडम स्लाइड शेयर करे છે કઈ નહીં બોલતા.
वो धीरे धीरे से मतलब बोलता हसे.
મને ક્યાંનો એ જ ડાઉટ હતો કે મારા મિસ્ટેક કઈ છે કઈ નેટવર્ક ઇસ્યુ છે.
एक खबर थी बोली नेटवर्क इशू है तो એટલા માટે.
બોલશે બોલશે, ધીરજ રાખો, શાંતિ રાખો.
Sorry, my bad, guys. I was trying to share the screen and 1 minute. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
યસ મેમ.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
perfect. Mhm. Okay, so guys, I'm repeating things again and again. Okay, so see to it that you are keeping in mind these things, just not keeping it in your books, because these tenses will play a very important role in your speaking and in your writing. Okay, so now let's move on. That there are three tenses, as I said, it is present, past, and future. And the word tense has been derived from the word called tempus, which means time, and the verb will indicate, okay, the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. So the verb is going to indicate the change from a present, past, or future. So your verb are always going to be changed. We might have to use some auxiliary verbs or some modal verbs also if you want to further change the tenses. It's not always necessary that the main verb will be changed. We might need some supporting verbs. So now, as I said, based on the time frame, okay, our tenses will change, and it would make them a present tense or a past tense or a future tense sentence. Now, what happens in the present tense? What type of sentences do we speak in present tense? So, expresses an unchanging, repeated, or reoccurring action or situation that exists only now. It can also present a widespread truth. That means, say, I am doing something right now, okay, or this some action is repeating again and again and again, or something, some actions are not going to change, they are going to remain the same. In that case, we use the present tense. The past tense is when the action is already started and finished. It started also and it finished also. So that activity is already done. Okay? And future. In future, what happens is that action or a situation will occur, is going to take place. What about your IELTS exam? Are they going to take place, or they have already taken place, or they are taking place? Who will answer this? Pooja? Pooja? Are you there? Guys, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Good, at
ma'am.
least one answer.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Great. So tell, I had asked a question that have we taken the IELTS exam?
Will take place.
It will take place. So it's going to be in future. Great. So now let's see further things. Verb tenses may also be categorized according to the aspect. Aspect refers to the nature of action described by the verb, and there are four aspects. As I said, depending on the action and the situation, that is called an aspect. Okay, we have four aspects, four other types of uh, tenses, which is simple or indefinite tense, continuous or progressive tense. In old grammar, we say continuous tense, but nowadays in modern grammar, they are saying progressive tense. But it is the same. Okay, so don't get confused. Same thing with indefinite or simple tense. The next is a perfect or a complete tense, and the fourth is a perfect continuous tense. So a total 4 and 3. 4 threes are 12 tenses is what we have. So let's go to the next slide. Now a simple tense. What is a simple tense? Okay, a simple tense is nothing but describes an action but do not state whether the action is finished. Mostly we use these simple tenses, okay, in our day to day regular activities. Okay, what we do is we do it in a regular activity is when we use simple tense. Say something is something we are doing every day. I go to college every day or I go to university every day. So it is a regular activity and we do it every day. Got it? Now, continuous tense is the three continuous tenses, incomplete tenses or progressive tenses, described as an unfinished action, something. Okay, when I say an unfinished action means it is still ongoing, the activity is still ongoing. Okay, the activity has not finished, and that is why we say that it's an unfinished action. Okay, next is perfect tense. And the three, what happens here? Okay, in perfect tense, the action is over. What is it? The action is over. In perfect continuous tense, it describes an action which was in progress, it was ongoing, and then it has stopped. Okay, but in most of the cases, what happens in the perfect continuous tense is that our action is over, but the effect is still there. Okay, what happens is the effect is still there. Guys, are you getting? Are you able to understand? We'll see the table which will give you a more clarification. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so for your more easy explanation, so there are 12 possible verb tenses. If you want to make this chart, you can make this chart. Do you want to make? As such, I will be sending you the PPT, so don't worry. Are you writing, guys, or should I continue?
कंटिन्यू करो ना.
Okay. So now let's see the rules. Okay, rules of tenses. When it's a present tense, okay, a present tense, and in the sentences in a simple form. So what happens is we have a subject plus a verb one plus we add an s or an es. That's it. So we make it a plural form at times, which would be a present tense. But verb one means the first form, the base form of the verb. Okay, the form of the verb does not change here. Clear? In simple form, when it's a past tense sentence, the subject would be there, but we will be using verb to the ed form. And for the future, of course, see, mostly now we will always have a subject. Okay, a sentence cannot be without a subject. Okay, and then we will have a will or a shall plus the verb one form. So the only difference between the past and the future, present and the future is that we are using the v1 and we'll add a will or a shall shall to the future tense. That's it. Clear? Any doubts, guys?
No, ma'am.
So say if I want to have a sorry, I cannot edit right now. Guys, please write this table. Okay, later I will give you time. First, let me finish explaining you. Okay, when it comes to a present tense in a continuous form, okay, something which we are doing into regular activity, we will use is, am, are plus a verb one with an ing. So read, reading. I am reading. She is reading. They are writing. So is will come with second person, am will come with first person, and are will come with third person. But is will be with singular, are will be with plural. Clear? Guys, any doubt in progressive present tense?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move to the next, which is a past tense but a progressive form. So we have a subject. We will have a was and a were. Was will be for singular, were will be for plural, plus the verb one with an ing. Okay. Same way with the past tense. Over here we are in a progressive tense. Okay. The activity is ongoing. It has not finished. So we will always have an ing with the verb. Okay, so was will be with singular, were will be with plural, and the ing form of the verb with verb one. Same thing with the future tense. We will be just adding a be. So will be plus the verb one plus the ing part. Clear? Any doubts with the progressive form?
No, ma'am.
Okay. The perfect form. what happens in a perfect form is the action is over. Is it over, guys? The action is over. It's a finished action. So have has plus the past participle form and with the been. She has been or she have been if you want to make it into the present tense. And the verb form will be past participle form. She has been drunk. That's it. I am not mentioning any time frame. She has been drunk. So I am talking about the past form. અત્યારે બી એ drunk જ છે. Okay, but we cannot see her drinking activities over. But the action, okay, the effect is still there. So that is why we say she has been drunk. In the past form, okay, you are talking about the past, maybe with the second person. So she had been drunk. So that's how you change. You add an had for the past form and the past participle form of the verb with been. Future. Again, you will have a subject, and here you will replace the been from the present and past to will have and the past participle form of the verb. So she will have been drunk by the time you reach. So she might be drunk by the time you reach. You have not yet reached, you are on your way. So still that is a future tense. I'm going to share something very good part, but later, not right now. The perfect progressive form. Okay, what happens here? As I said, the action has finished at some point of time, but the effect would be still there. Okay, or because here the activity is going to just finish and the effect is going to remain. It has stopped raining, but the roads are still wet, is what I want to say. So it has been raining since night and it just stopped now. So what has happened? રાતથી વરસાદ પડતો હતો ને હજુ હવે જ stop થયો છે. But you can make out, can you make out it has just stopped raining because all the roads are very wet. So this is how you will work with the present tense. So in the present perfect progressive tense, you will have a subject. You will have a have has plus been plus the ing form. Okay, in the past, you have a subject, had been, verb 1 and the ing form. And for the future, you will add a will have been plus verb 1 with the ing form. Clear, guys? Any doubts, guys?
Ma'am, still little bit confusion between simple progressive perfect and perfect progressive. Can you explain in
Simple.
simple way?
Which
Hello?
two you said? Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, perfect and perfect progressive.
Okay. See now in perfect form, okay, your action is over. It is finished. But we will always have some kind of an like some fraction of time frame which has just finished. Suppose કે ભાઈ તમારા ફ્રેન્ડે તમને પૂછ્યું ઓકે કે ભાઈ who was this because I can who asked this question to explain me. हेलो
Yes, ma'am. Me, Mayur.
केयूर
Mayur.
मयूर ओके
M-O-Y-U-R.
okay okay so sorry but I cannot see right now. I can only see my presentation. So okay, say Mayur, you have been talking to your friend, say Deepak. Okay, and you asked him કે ધવલ શું કરતો તો, તું ગયો ત્યારે ધવલ શું કરતો તો. So you will say that he has been doing his homework since morning. એટલે કે મોર્નિંગ થી એ એની હોમવર્ક કરવામાં लागेलो છે. So that is a present tense, present perfect tense. Okay, now say you're talking about something yesterday. અલા તું કાલે એની ઘરે ગયો તો એ શું કરતો તો. He had been writing. So now what is he doing? Sorry, that will become a progressive form. So he had been doing his work since yesterday. So that is when it goes into the past. When we talk about a future tense, okay, will have. તું કાલે એની ઘરે આટલા વાગે પહોંચીશ ત્યારે એને શું કર્યું હશે. Okay, so he will have been doing his homework, or he will have finished doing his homework, depending on the verb that you are using. But to be very honest guys, keep in mind બહુ ટેન્શન લેવાની જરૂર નથી. Okay, in modern grammar they say that we hardly use perfect progressive forms of tenses and perfect forms of tenses. So here, when you are talking about a perfect progressive, you're going to join the rule of progressive form and the perfect form. So the verb we will be using will be for verb 1 and ing for all present, past and future. Okay, the form of verb will not change in perfect progressive form. But what we are doing is have, has plus been of perfect form. We are adding it together and we are making a perfect progressive sentence. But trust me, in the regular conversation, in writing or speaking, I have not come across words with such a format. I hardly come across such a kind of format. So when it comes to the past form, we will use had been instead of have been plus the ing form of the verb. And for future, again, we will be using will have been plus the ing form of the verb. We'll do some examples, so don't worry. I will do examples of simple form. I will do examples of progressive form, perfect form, and perfect progressive form. Keeping in mind all the three um, tenses. Okay? So you will get a much better clarity. Guys, please write down this table. This is very important. Have you made your notes for this table, guys?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. But
Yes.
એક કન્ડિશન છે કે
Uh-huh.
માની લો કે ઓડિટોરિયમમાં સ્પીચ ચાલી રહી છે, બરોબર.
Mm-hmm.
હવે કોઈ કારણોસર હું સ્પીચ છોડીને બહાર આવી ગયો
Mm-hmm.
અને કોઈ મને પૂછે છે કે ભાઈ અંદર શું ચાલે છે અને હું એક્સપ્લેન કરું છું તો એ પરફેક્ટ ફોર્મ્સમાં આવી ગયું,
Yeah.
પરફેક્ટ પ્રોગ્રેસિવ ફોર્મ્સ. કોઈ મને બહારથી પૂછે છે, એને ખબર નથી કે અંદર શું ચાલે છે એમ ઓડિટોરિયમમાં. હું કોઈ કારણોસર બહાર આવી ગયો અને
Okay.
મને સિમ્પલી પૂછે છે અને હું
What
એને
will he ask
કહું
you?
છું કે અંદર શું ચાલી
What
રહ્યું
is
છે.
going on inside? Okay. What is going on in the auditorium? So simply, it is still going to be a present tense. The speech is going on. કારણ કે તમે બહાર આવી ગયા છો પણ સ્પીચ તો ચાલી રહી છે ને, તો ઇટ ઇઝ સ્ટીલ ઇન પ્રોગ્રેસિવ ફોર્મ. The speech is going on in the auditorium. You have come out, but the action is still going on. No, it's not finished. So it will still be a progressive present form. Okay, any doubt, guys?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Who asked me this question? Hello. Who
Yes,
asked
ma'am.
me
Mayur.
this question? Mayur.
Mayur.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So again in present tense, what we have is present simple tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Okay. So this is what we have for the present tense. In the same way, we'll have it for other two also. Okay. But let's understand what's a simple present tense. The simple present is used to describe an action or an event or a condition that is occurring in the present at the moment of speaking or writing. See, Mayur? So someone is still speaking in the auditorium.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So that is why it will be a present tense. But they are still speaking, so it will go into continuous tense. Okay. But here, when it becomes a present, it is still a current situation. They are still speaking or writing. Say, I speak English every day. So, simple tense is okay, whether it is a present, past, or future, guys. Okay, simple tense is used for an everyday activity or something which is very frequent, or maybe, it is a routine part. આપણે આખું વર્ષ યુનિવર્સિટી જઈએ છે. Okay, so it's a regular activity. Are you getting my point? So we have a time signal where say they might say every day, always, often, every week, or usually, or never. These are all signals, okay, that will tell you that okay, this is a simple tense. If an activity is something which is very regular, in that case. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what happens in a present continuous tense? Okay, we emphasize on the continuing nature of an act, event, or a condition. We are studying now. So, something which is very continuous, okay, it's still ongoing. That activity is not yet over. And we might say now, or at present, or in the morning, or today. Okay, this is how we will know something which is related to a present continuous tense. So these will be some signals. Okay, there will be some kind of a time frame. Okay, when we are talking about the tenses. So you should be able to identify that this is a time signal, okay, which is saying that it is a present tense. Activity ongoing and they are using some time frame or some time signal like now, present, then it is a present continuous tense. Very simple. Present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is used to describe action that began in the past and continues into the present or has just been completed. See, did I say कि just complete થઈ છે? Pati just touch. Like what Mayur said. Okay, like if he was out and the speech had just finished, then he could have said that. कि भाई स्पीच चलती थी एंड इट्स नाउ ओवर, भाई पती गई स्पीच. But the question he asked me was that the speech is still ongoing and he came out. So that is how it is changing. See, so I have lived here for 2 years. So time signal once, twice, for 2 years, since this week. All these are your time signals. But at the same time, see, I have lived here. Have is there. Did I say have plus the third form? So live no lived. And for 2 years, you've been staying here from 2 years. And now you are going to leave this place. Got it? You may, or maybe you just left before a few days and you came across to see someone and someone asked you, how do you know this area? Yes, I have lived here for 2 years. So are you getting? The action is happened in the past, finished, but you have just left this place, but you know it. Present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action, event, or condition that has begun in the past and continues in the present. It has been raining all day. It is still raining right now. એટલે કે ભાઈ આખો દિવસ વરસાદ પડ્યો છે અને હજુ બી વરસાદ પડી રહ્યો છે. So all, for, since, whole, they are all words, okay, which will tell you that it is a perfect present perfect continuous tense. Clear? Guys, so far any doubt? Tenses is very difficult, I know, to understand, but this will, if I'm going to explain you right way in this way, it won't get into your mind 100%. It will come with practice. So don't worry. What I'll do is, after I have taught you the tenses, I'm going to roll out some worksheets, okay, which you can practice and you can do it individually at your ease at home. And I will send you the answers once 24 hours have been passed, and then you can check. Okay. Okay. So same way with past tense also. Okay, we have past simple tense, we have past continuous tense, we have past perfect tense, and we have past perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now, same way in simple past, you have described an action or an event which has occurred in the past. I bought a pair of shoes yesterday. Yesterday, you are having a time frame. Again, the form of the verb is not changing, but the time frame you are adding something like yesterday, last month, last night, fortnight, a year ago. Okay, so this becomes the past. You are adding some time signal. Clear? But again, it is something regular. Past continuous tense is just used to describe an action which is ongoing in the past. When you called me, I was playing a piano. When તે મને જ્યારે કોલ કર્યો તો ત્યારે and at that point of time, what activity you were doing? You were playing a piano. So half part, okay, it would show as I was playing a piano. So was is used for the past tense. Playing is a continuous tense, but I am adding a time signal when you called, or while, or all day, or some kind of a tag which is related to a time frame. Okay, and that is how I am adding a time frame. Okay. Then we have past perfect tense. Okay, now in the past perfect tense is used to refer an action that took place and were completed in the past. The actions were completed in the past, the action also took place in the past. I had written a book, sorry, I had written a letter before I went to the post office. So before I went to the post office, I have started some new action, that is going to the post office, but before that I had written a letter. So written is the third form of the verb. Okay, third form of the verb had, and I am going to the post office. So I did one activity and then I started with the second activity. And here we can use time frames before, after, as soon as. Clear? Past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous is used to indicate that a continuing action in the past began before another past action began or interrupted the first action. Means the first action will get over, the second will begin, or maybe it has interrupted the first action, and there could be that the first action is an action which is responsible for the second action, and the effect, it could show you the effect. We had already been staying in London for 3 years. Okay, but we don't use such a kind of statements in our regular day to day life. We had already been staying in London for 3 years. So again, what is happening here? If we see, what is the first action? Okay, it's nothing but since 3 years we are staying in London is what I want to say. Nothing difficult over here. So why will I make such a complicated sentence? If someone is asking me, how long have you been staying in London? So I would always say I had stayed in London for 3 years. So why will I make it so complicated? So most of the time we do not use a perfect continuous tense, but this is only for our knowledge that we should know in case something has been asked. नहीं है शायद अभी इकट्ठा करने के बोलो मंडे को आना. Okay, same way for the future tense. Okay, it is going to be future simple tense, it's going to be a future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and a future perfect continuous tense. Now for the future simple tense is referred to actions that will take place, or the act of speaking or writing or any activity will take place in the future. She will go to Paris tomorrow. I am going to read newspaper tomorrow. I am still having a time frame and this will be tomorrow, next week, next year, day after tomorrow, okay, or next month. So we will have these time frames. Clear? Guys, before I move further with future simple tense and future tense, in fact, do we have any doubts with the present and past?
No.
Okay. Lalit,
No, ma'am.
are you able to understand? Are you getting it?
Yes.
Meet, Karan, Deepak, Dhaval.
Yes, ma'am. All clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for future continuous tense, it is used to describe actions ongoing in the future. The future progressive is used to refer to continuing action that will occur in the future. Okay, so some action which will continue in the future. I shall be going out at 8 tomorrow morning. So my action is that I am going to go out at 8 tomorrow. So again, I will use tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. Okay, next month, next week, next year. So these are all signs of your future continuous tense if you are going to do some action. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next is future perfect tense. And in the future perfect is used to refer to an action that will be completed sometime in the future, but another action takes place. We shall have arrived at Surabaya tonight. Okay, so here something you are telling your friend where will you arrive. Okay, today in the night or maybe in the evening or at some point of the time in future. Maybe by next month or maybe by the end of the day or tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. So it is having some time frame. But for the future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to indicate a continuing action that will be completed at some specified time in the future. Okay, say for example, by June 2007. No, not 7. My mistake. Okay, say 2021. I shall have been working at this office for 3 years. So some time frame. See June 2007 to 10 means in the future. Okay, this time frame has to be for future. Then it will say that I shall have been. But we don't use it. So don't bother yourself too much for using these tenses. Only think about in more detail or try to go perfectly with the simple tense, with the continuous tense, and with the perfect tense. Don't bother yourself much for the perfect continuous tense. Okay. Okay, exercise. Thank you. I'm going to send you some exercise. And what we can do is our class is till 1:30. Correct, guys? Pooja?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you guys want to take a break right now or you want to take a break at 11:30 itself?
Break at 11:30.
Okay. So, I will send you some exercises which you need to do. Let's discuss some exercise. Give me 2 minutes, okay? Let me get the exercise for you guys. Okay, I'm sharing my screen, and you guys can quick start doing this exercise. Okay. You have to identify and tell me that what form of tense this is. Okay.
Ma'am, screen is not visible yet.
Yeah. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. So, can you see, guys, the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please see some. There are two examples given. I play is in the bracket the guitar. So I play the guitar. So what tense is this?
Simple present
Yes, simple present tense. What is I?
subject
Subject. What is play?
verb
Verb. What is the?
article
And what is guitar?
object
Object. Yes. And what is the noun? What is the part of speech? What part of speech it is?
it is noun.
Perfect. Okay. So let's do the rest of the sentences. Okay. There are 15 sentences. So I'll give you 10 minutes. It won't take much time. Maybe if you want, you can simply write the answers. Is it clear, guys? Can you see the sentences?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just let me know when you want me to scroll, okay? Because I think one is not very clear. The last one. Okay. Let's see if this is clear. Is clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Done, guys. Guys, have you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
So should we discuss the answers?
Sure.
So IB dash 16 years old. What will be the answer?
I am.
Yes, I am 16 years old. Tommy live at 107 Pine Lane. Lalit,
Yes, ma'am.
what will be the answer for number 2? Quick, quick.
Ma'am, no.
Huh? Lalit, have you understood? સમજ પડી છે શું કરવાનું છે? લલિત જવાબ આપો મને.
No, ma'am.
આપણે આને ટેન્સીસ રાઈટ ટેન્સમાં લખવાનું છે. તો મને પૂછ્યું કેમ નહીં તમને ખબર નથી પડી તો? હું તમારા લોકો માટે થોડી સ્લો જઉં છું તો તમારે પછી મને ક્વેશ્ચન કરવાનો ને અગર ખબર ના પડી હોય તો. આમાં આપણે સિમ્પલ પ્રેઝન્ટ ટેન્સ નો ચેન્જ કરવાનું છે. ઓકે. So Tommy dash at 107 Pine Lane. Who will give the answer? Isha?
Tommy lives at 107 Pine Lane.
Very good. Okay, next one. Meet. Meet is there. What is the third answer?
Juana cooks dinner for her family.
This is simple present tense. So Joanna cooks dinner for her family. मैं कीधु तू s के es लागसे. Correct? The plural form થઈ જશે of the verb. So Joanna cooks dinner for her family. They eat lunch at 12. Pooja, fifth one, please.
Fifth, takes.
Perfect. Karan,
Ma'am,
yes.
in fifth one, can we like no in the fourth one we can have eight?
પણ એ તો past tense ને. અગર હું તમને એવું પૂછું કે આ લોકો લંચ કેટલા વાગે કરે છે રોજ? Okay, so they eat lunch at 12. When I have also said that you have to make into present simple tense. તો 8 તો past form થઈ જશે ને?
Okay.
Okay, Karan. Karan is there? Meet.
Yes, ma'am.
Please do the sixth one.
I like chocolate.
I like chocolate. Yes. Then who else do we have? Mayur. Seventh one.
He drives a nice car.
Drive आपसे.
Drives.
Perfect. Dhawal.
Yes, ma'am.
Eighth one, please.
We wants to see a movie tonight.
We wants to see movie tonight.
Went.
No.
Past.
Present simple tense.
We want to see.
We want to see
Want.
a movie. Okay,
Yes,
we
ma'am. Present.
want to.
Want today.
Yes. Then Deepak.
Mr. Anderson teaches chemistry at High Hill School.
Hill High
Teaches,
School. Yes,
teaches.
teaches. Perfect. Next is Anchit,
Yes, ma'am.
the tenth one.
1 minute, ma'am. They study at school. They
What?
study English at school.
Yes. Okay. Who is left out now? Guys, I can't see my screen, so I don't know the names still. So please help me. Who is left out? Who's left? Okay. I'm going to do the 11th one. I want to go home. Lalit, do the 12th one.
I went out.
11th one, 12th one. 11th तो मैं करी हूँ. I want to go home. Do the 12th one. Bill and Calicia
Drive.
drive.
Drive. Yes, Lakshmi madam.
Yes, so drives. Okay, and you are going to speak in English to me. Not in Gujarati. I don't understand.
Okay, ma'am.
We dash pasta once a week. Who was left out? Okay, let me do. तुम लोग को मैंने
It's Lakshmi madam. Yes.
શું લાગશે?
It's. Yes. ના, ખાલી yes લાગશે.
We eat pasta once a week. Eat જ લાગશે, S ના લાગે.
મેડમ વાવલ નહીં આગળ.
But we are send vowel છે. Yes, but we eats ના આવે ને. We eat pasta once a week. Verb form does not change over here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, next. It dash years in December. Who will answer? Pooja?
Snowing, ma'am.
No. Present simple tense.
Snows.
Yes, it snows here in December. When okay, Isha, the last one.
When desk takes a shower, he washes his hair with shampoo.
Very good. Okay. So, guys, we are done with the exercise for simple present tense. Okay. And here we'll take a break now. Once we come back, we will be back at 12 o'clock. And then we have a class from 12 to 12:30. Sorry, 1:30. I want to still do the types of sentences. Okay, so we will do some exercise, very short exercises now with regards to the tenses, and then we will move on to the types of sentences. Okay, so please take a break, and I will see you all at 12 o'clock. I'm going to drop the call. Okay, should I drop the call or just be on mute? Okay, let's be on mute. Take a break, guys. Go. See you at 12.
Okay, ma'am. See you.
See you at 12.
Yes. Okay.